Under a clear sky with a game-time temperature of 82 degrees, we welcome you live to Jones, Oklahoma and Tim Wallace Memorial Stadium for a huge 2A District 2 showdown tonight between the 5-2 Chandler Lions and the 4-3 Jones Longhorns. Jones, the only unbeaten team remaining in 2A District 2 play. Chandler trying to forge a tie for first place with a victory here tonight. Good evening, everyone. I'm Todd Miller along with Mark Rogers, Adam Dieselhorst, and Caden LaFortune. Glad to have you along for what should be a big-time small school matchup on the 11-man ranks as Chandler again and Jones meet once more. Mark Rogers, this is an exciting time for high school football. We're down to the final 3 weeks of the regular season, and this starts a big stretch of games for both the Longhorns and the Lions.
Yeah, and just like I predicted, it's going to be 90 degrees in week 8. So it's warm tonight, but it looks like a good night for football. We got a big win coming out of the South this evening, and these are two really good teams in a tough district pairing. So anxious to see some of the playmakers. Jones is a little bit younger. Chandler's got a lot of experience, especially quarterback and the running back position. So it'll be fun to see these two teams go after it tonight.
Jones will get the football, and Chandler will kick it off from right to left, and we will be back to highlight some of the key players of this one and kick it off. It's Jones and Chandler next on the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Few things bring communities together like high school sports. The passion, the drama, the atmosphere, the tremendous thrill of victory, and the agonizing pain of defeat. There's nothing like it, and nobody in Oklahoma brings you all of that better than Squirtle. So sit back, hold on, and get ready for another thrilling ride because it's time once again for the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Imagine a school with more than 26,000 enrollments per year, cultivating opportunities for students to develop new skills and gain industry-recognized certification. Now imagine a corporate training center that partners with more than 500 local businesses each year, providing a productive and prepared workforce for employers in Oklahoma through customized training. Now, imagine a community resource who believes our business thrives when our community thrives. We aren't just the local VOTEC, we are Autry Technology Center.
Both teams making their way out of the field. Two schools separated by a 28-mile drive will get together tonight for supremacy in Class 2A District 2. Mark, you alluded to in your opening remarks, Jones is a very young football team. They played a grueling non-conference schedule, and that certainly has paid off for first-year head coach Kevin Witt as they really have hit the pavement in full stride once 2A District 2 play started. It really begins at the quarterback position with Clayton Creasy, another what appears to be in a long line of very good quarterbacks here at Jones.
Yeah, they've had some good quarterbacks here, and that's the way that Dave Martin set it up before he left for Texas Tech, is that they're going to play a really difficult non-district schedule, and they challenged themselves with some really good teams. They had a lead on Washington earlier in the year, which I was considered kind of my preseason favorite in this class, and so once they get into district play, they've seen basically everything.
Casman Hill has seen everything in his career. He's rushed for over 6,800 yards. He's the focal point and everything for Chandler's offense.
Yeah, no doubt. And they also have a quarterback that can really play. I think Alec Jackson is a guy that big quarterback that can throw the football. So Chandler also played a rugged non-district schedule, played Bristow, was able to beat them earlier in the season, and that's a really good win for them. And they also played Poto, which is a really good team from Class 4A. So I think both teams will be prepared and ready to go tonight. There's
a lot of schools around the state that will have impressive wins. Some may not be as impressive as that 9-point loss you just mentioned to Chandler in Week 3 at home, 30-21 over Poto. We told you Jones will get the football. Chandler will have the wind out of the south at about 14 to 16 miles per hour to their back. Lions in the white, blue, and red uniforms. Jones in the black and green uniforms. And again, the Longhorns will travel from left to right. The place kicker is Landon Miller. He is a 5'11", 130-pound freshman. He is averaging almost 38 yards per kickoff in his prior 13 this season. Absolutely beautiful night. It'll be in the low 70s by the time we conclude this one. First time that Squirtle has been here to Jones High School, and it's a good one to watch tonight, Chandler and Jones. Longhorns started with a grueling non-district schedule. They lost at Bethany, a game we had here on Squirtle. Then went to Tulsa, lost to Lincoln Christian, and as Mark alluded to, had 2A favorite Washington down. Finally lost to the Warriors on this field, 33-14. Their victories have come against Star Spencer, Crossings, Luther, and last week 50-35 at Meeker. The win over Crossings really stands out. That was on the road against the preseason district favorite, and they doubled up the Knights 20-10. Here we go, a beautiful night for football here at Tim Wallace Memorial Stadium. New facility, been open about 2 years, they tell me, and this is one of the better 2A facilities you're going to find. And here is the kickoff. Landon Miller, short kick to the far side, will be returned for the 27. Up the numbers to the 40 to the 45, almost broke it to midfield, and he's still on his feet and finally run down from behind near the 38-yard line of Chandler. So a good start, Mark Rogers, for the Jones Longhorns.
It really was, and we've seen teams in the last couple of weeks try to maybe trick their opponent a little bit with that short kick, and it hasn't worked. A lot of big returns, and we got a personal foul on Chandler for some extracurricular activity that happened back here at the 34-yard line. So they're going to move it all the way from the 39 down to the 24. That's a pretty good way to start the game.
First down and 10. The offensive line is Clay Hale, the center. Jack Mendoza and Quinn Keast are the guards. Braden Diamond and Ryan Sheffield are the tackles for Clayton Creasy, who has taken over and appears to be the next great trigger man for the Longhorn offense in what has been a quarterback factory here in Jones, Oklahoma. So first down and 10 for the 24-yard line for the Longhorns. Could not have gotten a better start to this one. The single setback will be Cale Clark. He's 5'11", 170 pounds, and a sophomore. Has toted for nearly 400 yards. Motion man, that's Weiler from the left to right. They give it straight ahead to Clark. Clark, with a little bit of running room, is down inside the 25 near the 21. A gain of 3, going to bring up second down and 7.
Good push by the linebackers. There was not a ton of space right there for him. Had his steam going, but still only picked up 3 yards.
Robinson, Sutton, Galbraith, and Alec Jackson, the quarterback of the 4-man linebacking crew. Back to throw again as Creasy throws right side as a receiver. Creighton Jones turns inside and then bounces out as near the 15-yard line, and that's going to be about 1.5 yards short of the needed yardage to gain, so it's third down and short. Third down and about 1.5 yards. The ball at the 16-yard line with a minute gone here in the first quarter. A long return on kickoff and a personal foul against Jones has the Longhorns knocking. Chance Pitts, the sophomore, is in there as the running back now, and it looks like somebody jumped. They did, and Chandler's offsides, and that will give the Longhorns their first down of the night.
Well, that's the easiest way to get it, and a second mistake for Chandler, already piling up 20 penalty yards with 1:06 gone.
Lions coming off a stunning loss, if you want to call it that. They were a favorite at home last week to Crossings and lost 16-6 to the Knights, who again were the preseason 2A District 2 favorites, but had inexplicably lost back-to-back games to Luther and this Jones club. 10:45 to play, opening period, just outside the 10-yard line of the Longhorns. It's first down and 10 at the 11-yard line. One back set. Creasy awaits the snap. He gets it. Now he'll hand it off, looking for some running room as Chase Pitts, and not much running room for Pitts. In fact, he's going to be stacked up for no gain. Chandler Sullivan, the nose tackle, was the first of about 4 Lions to surround him.
Good tackles, good play, good pursuit there. It was penalties that really cost Chandler last week. They had a ton of them against Crossings. One of the reasons why they were only able to score 6 points in that game. Yep. So penalties are started off again tonight.
Yep, 2 for 20, including 15 yards on a long kickoff return to start this drive at the 24. Creasy out of the gun, fakes the handoff, throws a slant over the middle of the ball. It's caught and into the end zone for a touchdown. That is Trip Elrick, and that is his first catch of the year, and it goes for 6, a 6-foot, 162-pound junior.
Now, Adam Dieselhorst warned us that they were going to do a little light show for us. Todd Miller and I both had the opportunity to come here to Jones before they built this beautiful new stadium. Yeah. And when the lights were out, that was about as much light as they had here. There was the old-fashioned wooden poles that maybe had some like 100-watt light bulbs in them. So I'm glad to see that they've had a lot of advances.
Are you sure they were 100-watt?
They might have been 50. I don't know.
And a botched snap. Now they're going to try for 2. They threw it to the end zone, and it's incomplete. So the try for point fails. That's been the only thing done wrong by the Longhorns here in the first 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Timeout, 9:55 to go opening quarter. Jones 6, Chandler nothing on the Squirtle Game of the Week.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options and lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
With over 24 flavors of iced tea, HTO is your new destination for the best premium water and iced tea in all of Oklahoma. Offering around 500 drink combinations and half-price tea during happy hour, this is your ultimate tea playground. With a location open in Ardmore and numerous locations coming soon, including the Village and South Oklahoma City, be sure to stop by HTO.
Joel Hernandez with a short kick.
It
Hits the up man, Corbin Holland. The ball is free, and the Longhorns have surprised Chandler and come up with a turnover. It was a sky kick to the near side. It hit Corbin Holland, and it bounced straight away from him, and Holland being helped up by one of the Longhorns, but Jones has done the damage as they have cashed in with the mistake and will start at the 42-yard line.
Wow, 2 drives and both starting in Chandler territory. That is not an optimal start for the Lions. And good hustle for the recovery for Jones.
9:50 to go here in the first quarter. 6-0 in favor of the Longhorns, and quickly Clayton Creasy and company come back out. Creasy coming in, throwing for almost 1,700 yards while completing 64% of his passes. He throws outright, and the ball is caught and then dropped on a good hit. It hit the hands that time of Mason Templeton, and he took a big shot from one of the linebackers there to dislodge the football. It's 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, that was Jeremy Galbraith. He came over and just, you're right. I mean, a physical hit that kept him from making the reception.
Galbraith is a senior at Sam linebacker, 6 foot, 185 pounds. He has 49 tackles. He has an interception and a sack as well. Those 49 tackles, second amongst the linebacking crew for the Lions. 2nd and 10, Jones with a one-back set. Creasy fakes the handoff, throws a slant over the middle. He's got Weyer again, and that is a first down catch inside the 30, and he is down to the 26-yard line, a gain of 16. And boy, does Clayton Creasy, as you would expect, look so much more confident in the pocket than he did in week 0 against Bethany.
I thought that was a strike. He's really leading his receivers, throwing the ball with a lot of confidence. Even when there are a lot of Lions in the vicinity, he is able to rifle that ball in there.
17 yards officially to the 25. It's first down. Connor Clark is in the backfield. And now Creasy and the Longhorns are changing the play. With 9:17 and Kennedy to go here in the first quarter, it's 6-0. And Jones, after a kickoff to start their first drive and a fumble recovery to lead this one, is in scoring position again. Hand off to Clark left side. He dances through a small hole and picks up 4 down to the 21-yard line.
Looks like the Chandler defense is really strong against the run. I mean, they're coming up and supporting this, but the challenge for them tonight will be able to stop the aerial attack with Creasy.
Well, there's a bunch of weapons that Creasy has with which to work from. Last week, he was 17 of 25 passing for 275 and 2 touchdowns. His season high this year is 329 yards. 2nd down and 6 at the 21. They'll hand it off again and nowhere to go. That's going to result in a loss, as I believe that was Connor Clark again, perhaps, on the ball, on the carry, and that's a loss of 4. So 3rd down and 10 at the 25-yard line. Is it me, Mark? Our eyes are about the same age. These Jones uniforms are hard to read.
Yeah, I do not like the dark colors on the dark colors. It's really difficult to do. I feel sorry for you tonight. We'll just have to make our best guess.
Two receivers left and right. Creasy to throw. Under pressure, they're going to get home, and they're going to sack him. And coming up off the pile was, I believe, Strand Messer, a junior defensive end that got home, and that's his 3rd sack of the season. Ethan Manning, a senior at the other end, was there as well.
And that's big. This is a long field goal attempt here. They're going to leave that unit on the sidelines and have to go for it on 4th down and 10.
They need to get to the 15-yard line, so they were lucky. They lost 4 on 2nd down, and Creasy was able to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll empty the backfield. Motion man Connor Clark to the far side. Back to throw Creasy. Pump fakes. Throw. Ball deflected. It's caught. Weyer inside the 5-yard line, and he's down to the 3. and everything right now is going the Longhorns' way.
Well, that is a tough pass to cover. The tight end was out there. Creasy made a good throw. Tight end went up to get it with both hands, and first down and goal.
4th and 10 from the 25. They get 22, and it's first down and goal to go with the 3. Exactly 5 minutes gone here in the first quarter, and Jones is already on the march, threatening to take a 2-score advantage here at home. Longhorns are 3-0 in the last 3 meetings. Handoff up the middle and in for the touchdown. So the Longhorns are able to capitalize on the fumble recovery on the special teams, and it is now 12-0 in favor of Jones.
Wow, that was a big play, a big conversion on 4th down and 10, and 3 or 4 plays in this ball game have made a big difference so far. Chandler's played well on defense at times. They've been really solid against the run, but they found themselves in a pretty big deficit here.
Creighton Jones will hold it. They had a problem on the snap after the first try for point. This one is much better. Joel Hernandez approaches and kicks it through. So with 6:54 to play before a near full house here at Tim Wallace Memorial Stadium, it's Jones 13, Chandler nothing. Back after this break on the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Back to school. Now your worries about the kids going over on their data plans are back. Mom and Dad, this is for you. Right now, make the switch to Pioneer's unlimited data plans. Don't let data overages and high cell phone bills be something you stress about this school year. We have a plan for everyone. Let Pioneer handle your worries by stopping at a local office today to learn how you can save. Visit gopioneer.com for details. Some restrictions may apply.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractor.
13-0 our score with 6:54 to play. I was talking about the uniforms. When they get sweaty, it's impossible to read. Line drive kick up the middle, going to be fielded at the 21-yard line. Return running right to the 30-yard line. On the return is Braden Nation, who is among their kickoff return leaders, and he's able to get to the 31-yard line. We were talking about the uniforms during the break. Mark, a few weeks ago you called Del City and McAllister. How does these Jones uniforms stack up with those golden numerals for the Buffaloes?
They're the exact opposite. It's 2 dark colors instead of 2 light colors. But uniforms, I think today, this is a look that a lot of the kids like. So I think that's what they go with. But we had a great uniform game last week. The Carl Albert and McGinnis. I mean, those were very, very easy to discern. It's a little different this week.
6:43 to play here in the first quarter. Down 13-0. Alec Jackson and company take the field for the first time. Casman Hill is the single setback. Jackson airing it out, throwing deep left for Ty Garver, and he overthrows him by about 6 yards. As in coverage that time was the corner Isaiah Sawyer.
Yeah, you saw Jackson's arm on display there. He's got a big arm. That was a perfect spiral, and was just would have been right on target there. Receiver just couldn't get there.
Jackson is coming off the worst start of his career last week. A quarterback rating of 41.5 and a 16-6 loss to Crossings Christian threw just for 29% of his passes and only 59 yards. Hill on 2nd down and 10 gets the call, full steam ahead, dances, and somehow is able to struggle up to the 35-yard line. He's going to pick up 4, and Jones was waiting with the interior portion of the defensive line to drop Casman Hill.
That is how Casman Hill does it. He is a shifty guy. He's not going to really wow you with a lot of flash of speed, but he really is a guy that can move from side to side, and that can lead to some pretty spectacular runs.
Casman Hill, 1,283 rushing yards his senior season and 13 touchdowns. Career touchdowns, 68, and over 6,800 yards rushing. A bad snap, and forced to pick it up as Alec Jackson. He runs right, he's in trouble, and he's dropped all the way back to the 30-yard line. And I'll tell you what, this is the worst possible start that Jack Gray could have drawn up.
It looked like that ball was like on a string. I mean,
yeah.
It just kept rolling and rolling and rolling, and the quarterback got smashed over there near the sideline. So Jackson really paid for it, and Chandler going to have to punt. Wind at their back here, which is blowing pretty considerably.
That is what is demoralizing is you have the wind to your back, and yet you've been dominated with field position here in the first quarter halfway through. 13-0. On the punt is Braden Nation, averaging 34 a punt. It's a short one. It's going to roll out, roll inside the 40, take a right turn and out of bounds at the 39. That's still very good starting field position for Jones, but by far and away their poorest starting field position, and now offensive drive number 3.
I will say this about Jones Stadium. They have the tallest scoreboard that I've ever seen covering high school football. And I think that I have at least been to, not seen a game, at almost every stadium in the state. There's been some new ones in time, but this thing is at least, what, it's 25 feet in the air?
At least, maybe 30.
I mean, I don't know how they got it up there. I'm not sure. You like that tall scoreboard, Etta? All right.
30 yards of the punt, first and 10 at the 40-yard line. I still think that's the most impressive Herculean effort I've ever seen, seeing every stadium in the state of Oklahoma. Creasy to throw, throwing deep left. Ball is underthrown, and it's tipped away. The receiver had a little bit of separation, but good coverage that time by the quarter, Blake Richter.
It really was good coverage. They needed that. That'd be really, really a big blow for Chandler to give up another long play there in the passing game.
Am I right in saying that Boise City was the last stadium you had not seen?
The last one. Last town that I had that plays football that I had not been to.
So what do? Just meander around roads and take a right turn and go see a stadium that you're never going to see otherwise?
No. This all goes back to the days in which I was only doing my magazine, the Pigskin Preview, and traveling around and trying to get somebody to give me $100 in every town so we could pay the bills.
Second down and 10 at the 40, sweeping right on the handoff, and some running room on the edge, and out of bounds goes Chance Pitts. And that's going to be a run of 6, bringing up third and short. You mean you still don't do that?
No, do not do that anymore. I got a better setup now.
5.5 minutes to go, first quarter, 13-0 the score. It's third down and 4 for Jones. Longhorns are 1 of 2 on third down tries here tonight.
The Squirtle Pick'em panel is not looking too good on this one so far, but it's a long way to go here.
Tonkawa's really good. They've got those 2 running backs. I think the Bucks have a chance to make a lot of noise in Class A. This is a huge measuring stick tonight. 2 tight ends left. They'll hand it that way. No, it's play action pass. Creasy running right. Plants, throws, and the ball incomplete at the 39-yard line. And was that ball by a fingertip deflected by Braden Nation?
I'll tell you what. I mean, it was Strand Messer, this junior defensive end.
He's been everywhere.
Put a lick on Creasy. He stood back there and delivered the pass. He knew he was going to take a hit, but that was a big hit.
So Jones will punt for the first time with Creighton Jones, 6'3", 170, the sophomore, 21 punts, an average of just under 28. His longest this year has been 37. It will be a test into that wind, upwards to 15 to 16 miles per hour. Chandler will put 6 along the line of scrimmage, and the snap is high. Jones gets it, now pooches it down the middle of the field. Needs a roll, didn't got not much of one. It hits at the 37, turns left, and is down there. So a very short punt of just 27 yards, although that's nearly his average. And Chandler will have it with good starting field position with 5:21 to go in the quarter.
Yeah, that ball just kind of died into the wind. So it's good news for Chandler to be able to stop them and possess the ball with a better field position.
At the 37-yard line is where they will start. First down and 10. Garver and Nation, a senior and a sophomore, respectively, to the near side. Another high snap, and this time Alec Jackson is decked right at the 36-yard line for a loss of 1. And I'm not certain what's going on the center-to-quarterback exchange between Sullivan and Jackson.
It's a good question, but that one was it was errant. I mean, I'm not sure if it was off the leg or what caused it to go that way. But Jackson did a good job of getting back to that and just taking and making what he could get.
Longhorns have won the last 3 meetings by a combined 98-64 count, averaging 33 in the process while giving up 21. Another high snap. Jackson slings it outright. The receiver outside the numbers, down the sideline, and out of bounds beyond the 40 near the 42-yard line. That's been the best play offensively turned in by the Lions, and it was Braden Nation with his 14th reception of the season. Third down and 4 at the 42-yard line. Nation with his 14th catch, and that 6-yard gain gives him 301 receiving yards as a senior. 4:19 in Canada to go opening quarter, 13-0 our score. One back set is Casman Hill, he's been quiet here early. The snap floats back. Jackson's going to air it out again for Garver, and he overthrows him again as Garver was able to beat the corner, Chase Pitts.
Yeah, Pitts stumbled and kind of fell down, lost his footing, was able to gather his composure and get back going. But unfortunately for Chandler, those two passes, and maybe the wind has a little bit to do with it, have been overthrown, or the receivers had his man beat.
You had made mention of the strength of his arm. I think it's a combination of his arm strength and trying to adjust with that wind, which is definitely a factor to his back. 4th down and 4. So in 3 possessions, they have 7 total yards, 2 possessions. Another high snap through the hands of the punter, Braden Nation. He picks it up under duress, gets a decent kickoff, and it's going to take a bounce and be down at the 36-yard line. Boy, that was almost disastrous for Chandler as another poor snap.
Yeah, they got to really – it's just penalties and mistakes so far for Chandler, 13-0. It's about probably what they deserve kind of at this point, the way that they've played in the game so far. So they got to try to keep it close and get this momentum going and maybe kind of get into the game a little bit more than they have so far.
Starting field position for Jones tonight at the Chandler 24, the Lions 42 at their own 40, now at the 37. And again, they have held on 6 offensive snaps, Chandler to a total of 7 yards. It's been a tough night so far for the Lions offense. Connor Clark is in the backfield with Clayton Creasy. And we get a timeout of the field. This will be charged to Jones. We'll step aside. 13-0 Lions the score on the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashion, Guthrie, Luther, and all the Oklahoma City surrounding areas. As a former college athlete, Dr. Nightingale understands the importance of a fully functioning body to gain that competitive edge. Also certified in prenatal and pediatric treatments, Dr. Nightingale sees all types of patients, ranging from 2 weeks old to 97 years old. We offer conservative treatments to get you back in the game, whether you're a weekend warrior or a professional athlete. So give us a call at 405-471-5565 for a free consultation today.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Are you looking for a bank?
1st and 10 for Clayton Creasy and the Jones Longhorns. They'll motion a man. That's Chase Pitts out of the backfield of the near side. It's a zone read, and Creasy is going to keep it. Gets out of a jersey tackle, turns outside, and is able to be belted down just shy of the 46-yard line. A gain of almost 9 on a perfect read that time by Creasy.
Well, that was a nice run. There wasn't a whole lot there, but he was able to kind of follow his blockers and get them in a very favorable 2nd and 1 situation. His
147 rushing yards are the 3rd most on the ball club. His 4 touchdowns are tied for the team lead in that category among rushers. 3:17 to play here in the first quarter. 2nd and a yard for Jones, a 2-by-2 formation. Creasy gives it or fakes the handoff. Now he's going to run again left, and he's inside Chandler territory to the 49-yard line.
I think that's one of those you'd like to have back. I think the man running through the hole probably had a little bit better situation there, but it is a 1st down and back into Chandler territory.
It was actually Chance Pitts at a Wildcat that ran that time, and he's able to pick up into Lion territory on a carry of 5 yards to the 49-yard line. 9 minutes and counting gone here in the first quarter. All Jones here at Tim Wallace Memorial Stadium. They lead 13-0. Out of the gun, Clay Hill about to snap it back, and as they do, they're going to check out of the play. Play clock's down to 7 seconds. Now Creasy gets the snap, and he turns and hands it off, and there's nowhere to go. Ethan Manning was all over the ball carrier that time, Chase Pitts. And guess who else? Strand Messner, the other bookend out there, drops him for a loss of 3.
Good defense by Chandler up front. We got a lot of kids here tonight in Halloween costumes. I believe we should give a costume of the game. I saw someone getting spray painted in the parking lot green, so that was fantastic. Leader in the clubhouse so far.
2nd down and 12 at the 48-yard line. 2-by-2 look. Back to throw again is Creasy throwing near side, and it's incomplete. Almost intercepted by Blake Rickner. In fact, probably should have been his first interception of the season, and now it's 3rd and long for the Horns.
There was some miscommunication between the quarterback and the wide receiver on that play, and Rickner, I think, was looking for the receiver. Couldn't believe that there was no one in the area, and that ball was coming right to him.
Aren't you kind of you're pretty fluent on haunted houses? Is there any good haunted houses in this area?
No, I would. Well, I'm sure that you could probably find something to scare you out here. I'm not sure on the haunted houses.
3rd down and 13. Back to throw is Creasy. Guns it over the middle. 1st down, and it's dropped. Incomplete. It was a 1st down at the 35-yard line. Mason Templeton, the sophomore, had it in his paws, and he dropped it.
That was a bullet. I just think it just got there in a hurry. I mean, he loaded up and threw that thing, and he may have been expecting the change up, and he got the eater.
Goodness gracious. Wide open at the 35-yard line. They would have converted another opportunity of 3rd or 4th and double digits. Instead, they'll punt for the 2nd time with Creighton Jones. He straddles the 35-yard line. Lions look like they might try to come after it with 2:01 to play in the first quarter. And Jones gets a leg into it. It's a wobbly punt, somewhat low. Hits at the 26, and he gets about 6 or 7 yards of roll out of it. It's going to roll down just inside the 20-yard line. 13-0 our score. It is the season of haunted houses. Do you go to those?
My birthday's on Halloween.
No, you're a scary guy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's nice. No, I've not been to a haunted house in a long time. I really prefer not to be scared. It's worked for me for a while.
Line of scrimmage at the 21-yard line. So you're not a Halloween guy.
Well, I like the candy. So that's – and the costumes. Another snap problem. Wow.
Yep, and again, Jackson is going to be forced to eat it. He manages to lose just one to the 20-yard line, so it's 2nd down and 11.
I am not sure what's going on with Chandler the last couple of weeks, but they're a much better football team, or at least shown to be a much better football team than they looked a week ago and the way that they look here tonight. This has just not been a good effort so far.
Yeah, they're lucky. They're only down 2 scores with the way they've been dominated in the lack of efficiency on offense.
Having a hard time running a play.
Yeah. 3 receivers to the near side, Casman Hill. They'll hand it off to him running right, and look at that Jones defense. He's knocked out of the 23-yard line, so he gets 3. It's 3rd down and 8. And I'll tell you what, I just get the snap and hand it off to number 10. What do you think?
I think Casman Hill is going to get a lot of work tonight, but it will be tough for Chandler to continue to hand the ball to him if they fall behind any further than they already are. So I think that you've got to stay close to make him effective.
His career rushing total, 341 yards, a game high against Kellyville 2 years ago. 3rd and 8 at the 23-yard line. Hill in the backfield with Alec Jackson. He'll drop to the 15-yard line. Jackson guns it deep again, and it's incomplete. And he was looking for Braden Nation, who again had a step or two on the coverage.
You know, the deep ball, I don't blame them for continuing to try to throw that deep pass because the receivers have had some separation. They've just overthrown him 3 times, but connected on one of those would be big for their offense.
So that drive net 2, and that is now 9 yards total offense in 3 series for the Lions. And it's all started with the center to quarterback exchange problems and putting the Lions well behind the chains on 1st down. Good snap back. Here's the punt from Braden Nation, and it's going to hit at the 43.
Wow.
Look at that. It rockets on the ground. Huge ground roll from the 45 down to the 19 of the roll.
I think a couple of the Jones players, there's a teaching moment there. Once that ball goes past you, there's really no reason to run around and get close to it. That would have been huge if that ball would have kind of taken a bounce and touched a player in the black jerseys. It did not. But you're right. That ball looked like it was, I don't know, it had some kind of a rocket in it, a launcher. Yeah. I mean, the way that it hit and rolled.
58 yards on the punt, and that's the way you flip field position, something the Lions desperately need here. Down 2 scores with this likely, barring a defensive penalty or an incompleted pass, the final play of the first quarter. 2 receivers left and right, and 1 back set for Clayton Creasy. Creasy gets the snap, fakes the handoff, throws it out left, and it's caught and dropped. What a play that time. I think that was Mason Wire that caught the football, and he was blown up by the corner. And, I mean, that was a terrific play, as that will result in a loss back to the 14.
They're going to have to be careful throwing the ball that far across the field. It really looked like Creasy telegraphed that somewhat, and while it was a stop and a good tackle, it could have been much worse with an interception for a touchdown.
Now they're saying it was an incompleted pass, so it's 2nd down and 10. And I incorrectly told you the line of scrimmage was at the 14, not the 19. So it's 2nd and 10 for the 14. One back set. They'll hand it off again, and nothing doing. As guess who? Messer and Ethan Manning, the bookends, just sling him to the ground. And that will be the final play here in the first quarter. So 12 minutes in at a key 2A District 2 matchup. It's all Jones, 13-0 Longhorns over Chandler. Back for quarter number 2 in a moment on the Squirtle Game of the Week.
This is your moment. You've got what it takes. The grit to get from first steps to finishing touches. You're here to train, to put in the hours. Because today's hard work gives you an edge. To get hired, to earn more, to fine-tune a future to be proud of. Career Tech. Get skilled, get paid.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news. The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business, and remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
Is your school...
Here we go, 3rd down at 14 as we welcome you back to Jones. They fake the handoff on a slant over the middle. It's Wire, and he has a first down as this time he holds on and is tackled at the 23-yard line, a gain of 11. And again, Chandler able to let Jones have a 3rd and long.
Boy, those 3rd and long conversions are killers. Same play that got him out of the 4th and 10. Just a pass to the tight end. And Chandler winning the war at the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Wire with his 30th catch of the year. Creasy dancing to the backfield. Now is just going to heave it out of bounds on 1st down and 10. That'll stop the clock with 11:37 to play. I cannot tell you how impressed with Ethan Manning and Strand Mester I have been. Manning is a senior, 6'1", 215 at end. Mester is listed 6'1", 185, but they are menaces.
They played really well in the line of scrimmage. That was a smart play by Cressy just to throw that into the stands. For a young quarterback to have the awareness to know there's nothing going to happen on this play, just get rid of it, was the right thing to do.
He has really started to mature. He has 2 interceptions now in his last 94 pass attempts, 8 total, so most of those came in non-district play. Throw out right, another catch, and off to the races this time again, I believe, is Wire, and he is rolled down at the 35-yard line.
Boy, the seam and the crease is just killing this Chandler defense. They are unable to get the linebackers to rotate into those zones to cause any problem at all for Jones to pick up a big play.
41 yards on the last 2 hookups, Creasy to Wire. That one goes for 30 and a first down to the Chandler 37-yard line with 11:14 to play in the first half. It's 13-0. Creasy to throw with him into his back. Now feels the pressure. He runs left. He'll pull up, dumps it out near side. It's through the hands and incomplete to Mason Templeton at the 16-yard line, as in the vicinity that time was Ty Garver.
Well, we have a dinosaur being drug up by their escorted with several princesses. So that's the top costume tonight so far.
It's replaced the guy painting himself green in the parking lot?
Yes. The dinosaur looks like me walking up the stairs. It's a tough go.
2nd down and 10 at the 37-yard line. Clock stops with 11:04 to play here in the first half. A 2-by-2 formation for Clayton Creasy. The junior fakes the handoff, throws a little slip screen to the near side. It's caught, and then it pops out of his hands, and it's going to be recovered by Ty Garver. It just popped out of the hands that time of Braden Scott. And a big break for the Chandler defense.
Garver was right there on top of it, and I think it was a good job to get in there and contest the catch and strip the football, and Chandler gets their first big break of the game.
See if they can capitalize with 10:55 to play here in the first half. Down 2 scores. They will start at the 33-yard line, and this is nearly their best starting field position, their previous best with their own 37. Pistol formation. They hand it off to Hill. Hill breaking contact at the line of scrimmage, stretches out, and the sledding is stopped between the tackles, only 2 yards to the 35.
341 versus Kellyville, huh? It's a pretty good night.
Yeah, I was a sophomore. Was that your career rushing total?
Well over my career rushing total, yes.
Second down and 8 at the 35-yard line. Tight end is lined up to the near side. In fact, Galbraith and Pittman go both tight end left and right. High snap, another throw out left, and the ball's batted down to the line of scrimmage, incomplete.
It's too bad that Todd and I went to high school together because no lies can be told in here tonight. I mean, he's going to fact check me on all of this stuff.
Well, at least you had an athletic career to fact check.
Not much of one.
I knew the day I graduated from Blackwell that they were going to miss that athletic ability, and I think those days are there now.
The Maroons and the Longhorns of Chisholm tied at 0 in the second quarter.
Third down and 8 at the 35-yard line. They motion a man, Hill to the near side, looking right, now moving left is Jackson. He's flush for the pocket. He's in trouble. Pirouettes, now throws out right. He's got a receiver. That's Ty Garver for a first down. Inside the 40-yard line, close to the 38, and that was all Alec Jackson to mark how about his arm strength into the win that time.
Well, he just stopped and then threw that on a dime to his receiver, Garver, who got crushed. Unfortunately for Garver, he had his back turned to the defenders who were there waiting, but that's a big play from Chandler and a heck of a throw from Jackson.
27 yards on the hookup, but Ty Garver, the sophomore wide receiver, paid the price and is down at the 38-yard line. We'll take a break, 10-12 to play first half. Lions and the Longhorns into the field. It's 13-0 Jones on Squirtle.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good.
Todd Miller, Mark Rogers, the crew with you from Tim Wallace Memorial Stadium in Jones. 1st and 10, pistol formation, handoff straight ahead to Casman Hill. And he blasts for 3 to the 35-yard line. That's his longest run from scrimmage tonight. This is a guy that's averaging almost 214 yards per game on the ground.
You can see the burst there as he got through that hole pretty quickly. But Jones' defensive front's come to play tonight.
9:45 to play here in the first half, 13-0. It's been a lot more lopsided, really, don't you feel, Mark, than what the score would indicate?
I think so, yeah. But Chandler getting their feet wet here. And Casman Hill loses the football on the ground and has it stripped. Wow.
And Jones has picked it up inside the 25-yard line. And you know what? If they don't strip that football from him, he may be headed for the end zone.
No doubt. He had broken free into the open, and both teams turning it over deep in opponent's territory.
So 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. Chandler just cannot get out of their own way here in this first half. That's their second turnover to go along with a couple of big penalties that aided the Longhorns on their first of 2 touchdown drives tonight. So here comes Clayton Creasy. Creasy looked to attack a little bit more through the air on his first drive with the wind to his back. It's up over 15 miles per hour here on this Friday night at Jones. One back set, and they fake the handoff. It's a slant over the middle. It's Trip Elrick. He's to midfield. Elrick breaks the tackle and stumbles to the 40-yard line.
I'm not sure that they should just throw that play in the seam every time. The Chandler defense is not adjusted to it, and positioning in football is so important. Alignment is critical, and the Chandler defense is not aligned properly to defend that pass.
1st down and 10 at the 41-yard line. That's a gain of 25. Another big play through the passing game. 2 receivers to the near side. Tight end lined up left. 1 back set. They'll hand it off this time. There's nowhere to go, and a flag comes in as the tackle is made behind the line of scrimmage at the 43-yard line. It may be in the vicinity of a hold. If it was a hold, it was a worthless one because ball carrier had absolutely no chance.
It is holding, so they will move them back. Chandler's been able to get out of some of these situations where they've been in behind the chains, 3rd and long.
Ball will go back to Jones into the field of the 49-yard line. Last year was the most competitive of the last 3 meetings between these two, and Jones won it 29-26. Wouldn't you agree that a year ago a record of 8-4 was somewhat disappointing here?
Yeah, Carson May, the quarterback, was recruited to go to the Big Ten and play at Iowa. But I think Class 2A is just tough.
It is.
It's tough. You can get in a district or a playoff game in week 2 that you go up against a really good team.
1st down and 20. It's a quarterback keeper, and Clayton Creasy is banged down at the 49-yard line of Chandler. I'll tell you what, this Lion defense has become more physical after those first 2 scoring drives.
Yeah, I agree. I think they've been physical all night. They really have. They just have had a hard time defending the pass. And the alignment, again, is giving the Longhorns the ability to throw that ball in the seam, whether it be to the tight end or a slot receiver.
Luke DeBusk, number 12, is checked out of the line up on the near side. It is 2nd down and 18 to the 49-yard line. Jones bleeding that play clock down. They walk to the line of scrimmage with 8 to snap it. They do. Back to throw is Creasy. Throws out left. Wide open is Templeton. 1st down, or close to a 1st down as he's inside the 35 and rolled down inbounds at the 34-yard line. And on the tackle that time for the Lions was Alec Jackson.
Now, we can get Adams, but they're going to go fast here. But at some point in time here, we're going to have to break down these uniforms to see who we give the edge to tonight.
Well, I can tell you who I like because I can read them.
You're going to go with Chandler. Chandler has the look of like the John Elway Denver Broncos.
They do.
Those are solid.
Gain of 14 on 3rd down and 4th, the 35-yard line. They fake the handoff, another slant over the middle, and that's a 1st down completion to the 25-yard line. Creasy and company must be just salivating with what they're seeing over the middle.
Well, and they continue to overcome 3rd and 4th and long situations. That one was 1st down and 20, and the Longhorns were able to pick up the 1st down.
Gain of 9 gets them out of 3rd and 4. They overcame 1st and 20 back at their own 49-yard line of this drive. 7:17 to play in the first half, and Jones is on the march trying to take a 3-score advantage out of the gun. They hand it off. And not much doing as the ball carrier is down inside the 25 to the 24, and they'll finally push him down. I do like Jones' look, the black and green. I just do not like how difficult it is to read the numbers.
Well, I will give Jones this. They won the battle of the run-through tonight with their logo printed on this big balloon that they've got. That was amazing.
It is a cool logo. They decided they didn't want to have the traditional Longhorn look like the University of, well, we won't call it. 2nd down and 8 at the 24-yard line. Hand off straight ahead and breaking tackles getting close to the 21-yard line. 3 down to the 21 brings up 3rd down and 5.
That was a physical run.
Slant right here, you think? It's been their play of choice on 3rd down.
It's worked for them quite a bit. Again, let's see what the linebackers of the Lions do. They're not necessarily in a formation for the slant here. They do have a tight end to the right side that could get into that spot again.
6 minutes to play, so we're halfway through the second quarter, 13-0 Jones, and they're just outside the red zone. They fake the handoff. They'll throw it out right, and a good tackle that time as the receiver will not get to the 1st down marker. Ethan Manning was the first one to get him in his grasp. He was able to struggle free for another couple of yards, but it stopped just short, and it's going to bring up 4th down and 2.
You know, that's not a bad play. Let's see what they try to decide here. I'm sure to go for it, but they did pick up a couple of yards, which makes it a little easier to pick up the 4th down here. But running the football has not been easy for Jones tonight. The Chandler defensive front is really winning a lot of individual battles along the line of scrimmage. So Coach Witt has certainly a decision to make on what play to call here.
I think it's an easy decision. It would be a 35-yarder for a kicker that's yet to attempt a field goal. Give straight ahead, first down and more as there was a gaping hole behind left guard, and they blast down to the 11-yard line, a gain of 7. They only needed 3.
Yeah, that's the most successful run play that they've had tonight, and that's the second fourth down conversion of the game for Jones. And Chandler right now facing potential of being down 3 scores.
Mason Templeton is going to bring the play in. And look how much time, Mark, this drive has taken off the second quarter clock. That Chandler defense, who has a lot of guys going both ways, starting to put their hands on their hips a little bit. First down and goal to go. Line of scrimmage at the 12-yard line officially. Creasy gives it straight ahead again, and not much doing. A good tackle that time. Staying low was Jeremy Galbraith to stop the ball carrier for a yard gain to the 11.
Going to have to earn it. Not coming easy on the ground.
This will be the 10th play of the Longhorn drive with 4:15 to play here in the second quarter. See the score in the lower left of your screen, 13-0 Jones. These schools separated by just 28 miles. I ask you, are they each other's biggest rivals? We'll get your answer in just a moment. Second down and goal to go. Fake the handoff. They'll throw over the middle, and the ball's juggled incomplete to the end zone.
It's a good pass, and the receiver just couldn't haul it in. I would go Chandler and Stroud. That's the game, the Lincoln County War that's kicked off the seasons for many, many, many years. Chandler's getting bigger. Stroud's kind of getting a little smaller, but I'm sure that rivalry would continue to be played. And then, I don't know, Jones, I would say Luther and Jones not very far apart. Been in the same class for a good number of years.
Interesting link between the two towns' names. I'll tell you in a minute. Third down and goal to go. Threw out left. Ball caught at the 5-yard line. And a good tackle that time by Ty Garver. Good to see him back out there after being shaken up on the last play. Okay, a guy named Luther named this town Jones for one of his buddies. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's correct. Now, I'm not sure. It may be coincidence on the Luther.
Well, it would be a heck of a coincidence.
On the Luther name, I'm not sure if that town, but the two guys were friends. And yes, so we'll give you a little history lesson later.
Fourth down and goal to go. The ball at the 6-yard line with 3:17 to play. And Mark is walking in front of us in his costume and a timeout on the field. 13-0. We're back after these messages on Squirtle.
There's a second T-Rex in the house.
It's time to stop worrying about what's for dinner. Whether you're planning an event or just need meals at your doorstep, let Devlin prepare and deliver fresh food wherever and whenever you need it. Choose from our variety of fresh catering and prepped meals and enjoy the delicious, nutritious food you deserve. Do what you do best while Devlin takes care of the rest. Visit DevlinLLC.com to see what we can do for you.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Welcome back here to Jones. 13-0 late first half. Longhorns have Chase Pitts in the backfield, offset to the left of Clayton Creasy. They'll go for it on fourth down and from the 5. Hand off to Pitts, and he's hit and did not get there. We're going to stop him at the 1-yard line. But it will be a first down. I'm sorry, it was not goal to go. It's first down now and goal to go. And, again, on fourth and short, Mark, some really good run blocking up front.
Yeah, that's the third fourth down conversion for Jones. That's big in this game.
Picks up 5. It's first and goal to go at the 1-yard line. Creasy hands it off, and it's a touchdown. It wasn't Creasy. I believe it was Chase Pitts out of the Wildcat, and he did not keep it. And it's a touchdown. And it's 20-0 in favor of the Longhorns.
Well, I thought there might be some pink slips handed out on the Squirtle Pick'em show this week, and there really wasn't, which is a big surprise. But I think some people might not get asked back based on some of the picks that were made. The panel heavily on Chandler, and so far tonight, that has not proven to be correct.
Joel Hernandez, who's one of 2 on extra points tonight, approaches and kicks it in the air, and it is good. Didn't get a lot of leg, but it's good. And with 3:13 to play here in the first half, it is 20-0. All right, give us a wise one.
I cannot confirm that the person named Luther is Luther Aldrich, who is given credit for founding the town of Jones, is also responsible for the town of Luther being named. But Charles G. Gristmill Jones is a 3-time mayor of Oklahoma City, and Luther Aldrich founded Jones, but he named it after his friend Charles Jones. There you go.
Yeah. It's a heck of a coincidence, I'm telling you. And it's ironic if it is not a coincidence because the 2 towns don't like each other now. 20-0 Longhorns all over Chandler, and you are seeing the dividends from that very tough non-district schedule paid off for Kevin Witt's team.
Luther has their own stadium. They got a nice new place as well, not too far from here.
Short kickoff, fielded from the 24-yard line. On the return is Stephon Mackey, and Mackey is hemmed in, manages to get up to the 30-yard line, so he gets only 6 on a run of about 25 and first down and 10 for the Lions. Tell you what, Sean Meek does a really good job over there at Luther. They're a team that is in Class 2A District 2, coming down a district after competing in the 2A District 1 the last couple of seasons.
That gets them into a little bit closer proximity, I think, to some of the teams. Don't have to travel as far to places like Hennessy and Alva.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Hill gets the handoff, and look at that. Just barrels his way for a gain of 9 out to the 39-yard line. He's doing a lot of that himself.
Well, it's going to be pretty much do or die time here for Chandler. I would think they need to get some points on the scoreboard before we go into halftime. 2:49 to go, and they've got to travel 61 yards.
Wide receivers left and right. They have 2 tight ends, and out of the pistol formation, the snap floats back. He'll try to make a cut, staying on his feet as he is able to get the first down up to the 44-yard line. So Casman Hill in 2 carries has netted 14 yards and a refresher of the down marker across the way.
The Lions don't have many first downs in this game.
No. In fact, that's their second. They had a total of 8 yards in their first 3 drives here tonight. 2:23 to play here in the first half. Chandler trying to get some momentum going to the halftime locker room. They'll get the ball to start the second half. Hill is hemmed in. Now bounces left. Stiff-arming defenders and somehow manages to pick up 3 to the 43-yard line. You can tell that every time he touches the football, he's just one missed tackle away from taking it the distance.
Yeah, they've done a really nice job on him tonight. And it's going to take focus and dedication to continue to do it because he can get loose and go a long way really quickly.
Against Jones, he has been held somewhat in check, and I'll give you the numbers here in a moment. On 2nd down and 7. Back to throw, Alex Jackson. He's going to throw it deep near side into double-team coverage. Incomplete, looking for Nation. He has 83 carries and 422 yards and a touchdown against Jones in 3 games. He's 0-3 against the Longhorns. But 227 of that 422 came last year when he rushed for 227 on 27 carries and a touchdown in the aforementioned 29-26 loss to the Longhorns. So they've done a good job on him, and they have for the most part here in the first half tonight. 3rd down and 7 to the 47-yard line. 1:41 to play here in the first half. Back to throw Jones again, feeling some pressure. Moving left, he is going to have to take it himself, and boy, he is hit and will not even get close to the first down. He's knocked out of bounds after a yard gain to the 48-yard line, so it's 4th down and 6.
There's been some hitting going on in this contest tonight, and this is a decision here for Chandler.
I think you go for it. 1:16 to play. You've got Hill out there. Yeah, he was hit out of bounds, but the clock is continuing to roll. 4th down and 6 at the 48-yard line. They will go for it. Jackson to throw. Throws out left. Ball caught for a first down. And that was a good route because the receiver knew exactly where the marker was. That was Stephon Mackey.
That was a really good play, and that trusts the quarterback to make a throw.
7 yards, needed 6. Drive remains alive with 60 seconds exactly to play here in the first half. 20-0 our score. Other game of the week taking place up in Osage County at Hominy, as the Bucks are hosting Tonkawa, a battle of unbeatens.
That's a big ball game. They've been playing that game for a long time.
First and 10 of the 45 under duress. Jackson gets free of one wave of defenders, not a second. Swallow under back at his own 49-yard line of -6, and that will force Jack Gray and Chandler to take a timeout. 48 seconds to play. We'll take a quick 30-second break. 20-0 Longhorns here on Squirtle.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options and lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
With over 20.
Second down at 16 to the 49-yard line. 48 seconds to play. 20-0 the score.
Hey, we have gone long enough without talking about the fantastic
costumes.
The costumes have been great, but the 50-50 burger here in Jones, home of the blue and gold sausage, my man Roman Duran down there taking great care of us, gave us a smoked bologna sandwich as well. Great hospitality here, and the food from the quarterback club is fantastic.
Second down at 16 to the 49-yard line. Jackson to throw from his own end of the field, throws it out near side, juggled to drop. And that was Braden Nation. He was double covered. And it's third down at 16. Yeah, that blue and gold burger, half beef, half sausage. Unbelievable.
I mean, when your mascot's the Longhorns, you probably try to take it easy on the consumption of the cow. You know what I'm saying? So you got to mix a little pig in there. But I'm fans of both, and it was a very good mashup.
I didn't have the smoked bologna. Was it good?
Pretty solid. Yes, sir.
Third and 16 to the 49-yard line. A lot of confusion in the backfield. Cruz Jackson now is going to line up to the near side. They will snap it with one of the play clock. Jackson fumbles the snap and has to dive on it back at the 43-yard line. Goodness gracious, what an awful first half for Chandler.
The snap has caused him so many problems. I think this is now potentially the time that you don't think you're going to go for this one on 4th and 16.
4th and 22 back at the 43-yard line. 28 seconds to play, and now I bet the clock operator wishes they would have stopped it when a receiver was hit out of bounds earlier for Chandler on this drive. Would have given the Longhorns a little bit more time. Instead, there's 28 seconds to work with. And Jones has just one timeout remaining.
Analytics is going to say to punt this one.
You even need analytics on this?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Big upset in Class 5A. I don't know necessarily an upset for the victory, but Grove is hammering Collinsville tonight in a battle of unbeatens 28-7 in the second quarter. That's on the road for the Ridge Runners.
Braden Nation to punt from back at his own 30-yard line. They've put time back on the clock. It's now 35 seconds. Snap floats back, and Nation with plenty of time gets a leg into it. And that's going to hit inside the 30, roll out of bounds at the 24-yard line. So that will preserve a little bit of time. 29 seconds to go, and let's watch Clayton Creasy and company go to work with a wind to their back.
A couple other scores tonight. Cushing leads Cleveland 56-0. We saw that Cleveland team in week 2 against Hominy. Cassia Hall on top of Bristow. Bristow had a couple of one-point wins over Verdigris and Jay the previous 2 weeks, but not faring very well tonight.
1st and 10 of the 24-yard line. That's the same Bristow team that Chandler beat in overtime earlier this year. And Verdigris was thought to be a player in their class coming into the season. Handoff, running left. Looks like they're going to play it conservative. Gain of just 1 to the 25-yard line. Jones can only stop it one time. We're down to 16 seconds to play here in the first half.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I'm Coach Kevin Witt, I couldn't get to the locker room fast enough. And I think that's exactly what they're going to do. Got a 20-0 lead at half. I think if you'd have told him before the game that's what it would be, would you take it or leave it? I think you'd take it.
Halftime from Tim Wallace Memorial Stadium in Jones. 20-0, the homestanding Longhorns over the Chandler Lions. We'll be back to recap in just a moment here on Squirtle.
24 flavors of iced tea. HTO is your new destination for the best premium water and iced tea in all of Oklahoma. Offering around 500 drink combinations and half-price tea during happy hour, this is your ultimate tea playground. With a location open in Ardmore and numerous locations coming soon, including the Village in South Oklahoma City, be sure to stop by HTO and experience the best tea you've ever sipped on.
Back to school. Now your worries about the kids going over on their data plans are back. Mom and Dad, this is for you. Right now, make the switch to Pioneer's unlimited data plans. Don't let data overages and high cell phone bills be something you stress about this school year. We have a plan for everyone. Let Pioneer handle your worries by stopping at a local office today to learn how you can save. Visit gopioneer.com for details. Some restrictions may apply.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractic choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashion, Guthrie, Luther, and all the Oklahoma City surrounding areas. As a former college athlete, Dr. Nightingale understands the importance of a fully functioning body to gain that competitive edge. Also certified in prenatal and pediatric treatments, Dr. Nightingale sees all types of patients, ranging from 2 weeks old to 97 years old. We offer conservative treatments to get you back in the game, whether you're a weekend warrior or a professional athlete. So give us a call at 405-471-5565 for a free consultation today.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
This is your moment. You've got what it takes. The grit to get from first steps to finishing touches. You're here to train, to put in the hours. Because today's hard work gives you an edge. To get hired, to earn more, to fine-tune a future to be proud of. Career Tech. Get skilled, get paid.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news. The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
Back here at halftime from Jones, Oklahoma, the Longhorns lead the Chandler Lions 20-0. What you're seeing on your screen is one of the most impressive things I think I've ever seen around Halloween. This must be every young kid in Jones, Oklahoma in a costume, Mark.
Well, you know what I was thinking about during the, on the west side of the metro, you got Deer Creek and you got Piedmont that have really grown. Back in the day, the Diesel Horse were trying to beat up on the likes of Piedmont and Deer Creek in Class 2A at Fairview. And on the east side here, Jones has managed to stay in Class 2A, but this is like a 5A costume outing tonight. I mean, it's been amazing. We've seen these kids in the costumes throughout the game. We got a couple of T-Rexes out here.
A couple? There's like 4 or 5.
What is this guy in the green over here on the far left? That is my favorite so far.
I have no idea.
I don't know what that is either, but I want to be friends with that guy right there. That's impressive.
Is that the guy that was painting himself green in the parking lot?
No. That was a cheerleader. I think we could probably find her out there. But now we have a choreographed dance. This is A+.
This is a terrific halftime show. Wow. Never see that many kids on a football Friday night all in costume. There are 5 T-Rexes out there.
Yeah, surely someone will have to know what this guy, the green guy, is.
That's impressive. Just about as impressive as what the Longhorns did in the first half to Chandler, leading 20-0. Mark, one thing that we have not talked about with Chandler and Jack Gray. Jack Gray is a connection to the glory days of Lions football. In fact, when he was in high school back in 2003, they nearly shuttered the program. There was a local businessman by the name of Brent Laguerre that came in along with a group of volunteers and coached the team for a couple of years, saved the program. They went on to win a state title in 2005. One of the assistants on that team was Neil Bacon, who later would become the head coach, and Coach Jack Gray. Those two would team up to be in another state championship game appearance in 2008. Bacon then came back to assist Jack Gray when he got the job 4 years ago, and it's been a great story because Chandler's tradition really takes a backseat to few, but the program nearly went away.
Yeah, that's a great story of them winning the state championship that year. It was kind of an improbable victory.
They were a good team.
They were a good team, and they beat, I believe it was Heritage Hall that they beat in the finals that year. So it was impressive what they've done and put some resources to the program, and I think Chandler's going to be in good shape for quite a while.
Jack Gray is an alum of Chandler, also of Northeastern State University. He actually was not in education right out of school in Tahlequah. He was in OG&E, worked for OG&E. Then they brought him to Chandler to become the next head coach, and he wants to restore the tradition of the early 2000s, and he's done a really, really good job. I mean, coming into this ball game, he was 33-20 in his first 53 games, and they are off to a 5-2 start. They'd won 5 of their first 6 before losing last week at home, 16-6 to Crossings. Halftime festivities continuing on the field below at Tim Wallace Memorial Stadium. At the break, it's the Longhorns 20 and Chandler nothing. We'll step aside for these messages on the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Is game time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific announcements. And it gives you the opportunity to sell sponsorships on your station that will generate revenue for your athletic department. Amp up your game day with Game Time.
Scott Streller and team have been proudly serving the Edmond community for over 30 years. At the Streller Agency, we take pride in offering premier service and the highest quality insurance available. Auto, home, life, and more. Our award-winning team has over 150 years combined experience to offer, and we're always working hard to make sure you never have to worry and always have peace of mind. So call or visit StrellerAgency.com today for your custom quote.
It's time to stop worrying about what's for dinner. Whether you're planning an event or just need meals at your doorstep, let Devlin prepare and deliver fresh food wherever and whenever you need it. Choose from our variety of fresh catering and prepped meals and enjoy the delicious, nutritious food you deserve. Do what you do best while Devlin takes care of the rest. Visit DevlinLLC.com to see what we can do for you.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options and lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
With over 24 flavors of iced tea, HTO is your new destination for the best premium water and iced tea in all of Oklahoma. Offering around 500 drink combinations and half-price tea during happy hour, this is your ultimate tea playground. With a location open in Ardmore and numerous locations coming soon, including the Village in South Oklahoma City, be sure to stop by HTO and experience the best tea you've ever sipped on.
Back to school. Now your worries about the kids going over on their data plans are back. Mom and Dad, this is for you. Right now, make the switch to Pioneer's unlimited data plans. Don't let data overages and high cell phone bills be something you stress about this school year. We have a plan for everyone. Let Pioneer handle your worries by stopping at a local office today to learn how you can save. Visit gopioneer.com for details. Some restrictions may apply.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractic choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashion, Guthrie, Luther, and all the Oklahoma City surrounding areas. As a former college athlete, Dr. Nightingale understands the importance of a fully functioning body to gain that competitive edge. Also certified in prenatal and pediatric treatments, Dr. Nightingale sees all types of patients, ranging from 2 weeks old to 97 years old. We offer conservative treatments to get you back in the game, whether you're a weekend warrior or a professional athlete. So give us a call at 405-471-5565 for a free consultation today.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
This is your moment. You've got what it takes. The grit to get from first steps to finishing touches. You're here to train, to put in the hours. Because today's hard work gives you an edge. To get hired, to earn more, to fine-tune a future to be proud of. Career Tech. Get skilled, get paid.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news. The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
Is your school or boost?
Back here at halftime, the field has cleared after all the spooks have left. What a great halftime performance by the youth here of the community of Jones. And, Mark, there were some that were really taking that dance pretty serious.
Oh, like I said, no one having fun out there.
No.
You know, a lot of smiles, and the parents were happy to see everybody on the field, but that was fantastic.
First half scoring, Creasy has a touchdown pass, Clark a 3-yard run and a 1-yard run, and that is it. It is 20-0 in favor of the Longhorns as they look to win their 5th straight. We said back in week 0 when we did the game at Bethany, a 37-26 loss to a good 4A team, that if Kevin Witt's club could survive that gauntlet of the first 3 weeks, it would only help them coming into 2A District 2 play. Bethany, Lincoln Christian, and Washington, the first 2 of which were on the road, entering this week a combined 19-2. And that makes the competition at 2A2 look a little less fierce, although this is still a really, really good district. If Chandler comes back and wins, there's a possibility that in a couple of weeks there could be a 3-way tie for the district championship. But if Jones holds on to this 20-0 lead at halftime, you would think the Longhorns would be well on their way to having a chance to host the first 2 rounds of playoff football here at Tim Wallace Memorial Stadium. Remaining schedule for the Longhorns, they are at Kellyville next week and host Bethel in the final regular season game on November the 4th. Meanwhile, Chandler will play at Windless Star Spencer next week, and they close at Luther on November the 5th. Luther is 4-3, a game back along with Chandler in the 2A District 2 standings. Star Spencer is 1-6 and 0-4.
You know, one of the teams, Todd, that is in this area that's having a really, really good year that got shipped east is Prague.
Yeah.
It has been a long-time rival of Chandler and is not on the Lions' schedule this year. So it'd be interesting to see, a Prague Jones or a Prague Chandler matchup somewhere down the road in the playoffs. I'd have to look at the bracket, but they have. They've done a good job this year. They'll have a big game coming up against Vian. I think that'll decide that district championship.
Well, and how fortunate was Prague to be able to get a guy like Rafe Watkins, a coach of his caliber, to come back home and take over that program. And Rafe was actually playing against the team that he led to 9 wins last year, and that is Warner tonight. And there was an article I read earlier today about that. Rafe always, every week, texts messages of encouragement to his former players at Warner. He said they'll get a text today, but it's going to be a lot more brief than what the other ones have been.
Yeah.
But I know this was a game he was not looking forward to playing.
I bet. I mean, and he did a really nice job with the Warner Eagles, who are also good again this year, and there's no guarantee that, I would favor Prague to win that game tonight. And this as I know this. Rafe Watkins knows a thing or two about cooking a whole hog.
He does.
Did it at the Northwestern Rangers golf tournament in the past.
Several times, yeah. Yep. At Alva-Augusta.
That's right. That was. I'm very lucky to have survived some of those weekends.
I know you are
today.
I know you are.
Yeah.
At halftime,
we will not discuss those things on
tonight's
exactly broadcast, but maybe on the Score to Pick'em show we can get that in.
20-0 our score. Jones over Chandler. More coming up in just a moment on Squirtle.
Booster Club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific announcements. And it gives you the opportunity to sell sponsorships on your station that will generate revenue for your athletic department. Amp up your game day with Game Time.
Scott Streller and team have been proudly serving the Edmond community for over 30 years. At the Streller Agency, we take pride in offering premier service and the highest quality insurance available. Auto, home, life, and more. Our award-winning team has over 150 years combined experience to offer, and we're always working hard to make sure you never have to worry and always have peace of mind. So call or visit StrellerAgency.com today for your custom quote.
It's time to stop worrying about what's for dinner. Whether you're planning an event or just need meals at your doorstep, let Devlin prepare and deliver fresh food wherever and whenever you need it. Choose from our variety of fresh catering and prepped meals and enjoy the delicious, nutritious food you deserve. Do what you do best while Devlin takes care of the rest. Visit DevlinLLC.com to see what we can do for you.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options and lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
With over 24 flavors of iced tea, HTO is your new destination for the best premium water and iced tea in all of Oklahoma. Offering around 500 drink combinations and half-price tea during happy hour, this is your ultimate tea playground. With a location open in Ardmore and numerous locations coming soon, including the Village in South Oklahoma City, be sure to stop by HTO and experience the best tea you've ever sipped on.
Back to school. Now your worries about the kids going over on their data plans are back. Mom and Dad, this is for you. Right now, make the switch to Pioneer's unlimited data plans. Don't let data overages and high cell phone bills be something you stress about this school year. We have a plan for everyone. Let Pioneer handle your worries by stopping at a local office today to learn how you can save. Visit gopioneer.com for details. Some restrictions may apply.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractic choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashion, Guthrie, Luther, and all the Oklahoma City surrounding areas. As a former college athlete, Dr. Nightingale understands the importance of a fully functioning body to gain that competitive edge. Also certified in prenatal and pediatric treatments, Dr. Nightingale sees all types of patients, ranging from 2 weeks old to 97 years old. We offer conservative treatments to get you back in the game, whether you're a weekend warrior or a professional athlete. So give us a call at 405-471-5565 for a free consultation today.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
This is your moment. You've got what it takes. The grit to get from first steps to finishing touches. You're here to train, to put in the hours. Because today's hard work gives you an edge. To get hired, to earn more, to fine-tune a future to be proud of. Career Tech. Get skilled, get paid.
Few things bring communities together like high school sports. The passion, the drama, the atmosphere, the tremendous thrill of victory, and the agonizing pain of defeat. There's nothing like it, and nobody in Oklahoma brings you all of that better than Squirtle. So sit back, hold on, and get ready for another thrilling ride, because it's time once again for the Squirtle Game of the Week.
There's a good look at our playing surface for Tim Wallace Memorial Stadium as we welcome you back here. Both teams back out of the field, and Chandler should have the football to start the second half. And, boy, they really need some points. They needed something, Mark, going into the halftime locker room and ended up turning the football over. But if they're going to be in this thing, have to come up with something to the opening drive.
Well, if I'm Jack Gray, I'm just going to look the guys in the eye and say, hey, look, can't be any worse than this. Let's just go out here and let's try to do some things right. Let's do it when we get the football. Establish the run, make sure that we have ball security on the snap, which has been a problem all night long, and that just is kind of confounding how something as simple as the snap from center has been so problematic for a team that is really good. Chandler is a good football team. This is a result tonight that's, to me, surprising, and especially even with the result last week, something that I think Chandler feels like that they're capable of doing better.
2A District 2 standings entering tonight. Jones 4-0, Luther, Chandler 3-1, Crossings, Meeker 2-2, along with Bethel, Kellyville 0-4, along with Star Spencer. In remaining schedule, Jones at Kellyville, Bethel at home, and this is the first of 3 straight for the Chandler Lions to close the season on the road. Next week at Star Spencer, 2 weeks at Luther. Turnovers, 2 for the Lions, 1 for Jones in the first half. And one of those led to a touchdown drive that came on a fumbled kickoff. It gave Jones back-to-back drives starting in Lion territory.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of offense in this game after the first few minutes. I mean, those two penalties, or excuse me, those two mistakes early in the game have been significantly, been very costly and affected the outcome of things right now.
Ethan Manning has really played well up front for the Lions, as has Strawn Messner. Are you a little surprised we have not seen Casman Hill get on track a little bit more?
I am, but it's been a tough, hard-fought football game up front. I think both these teams have really good players in the interior, and I'll tell you this: I think we get two really good quarterbacks tonight.
Yeah, Alec Jackson and Clayton Creasy. Right now, Creasy and Jones leads 20-0. Longhorns will kick it away, and we're underway here with the second half. Short end-over-end kick. It'll hit at the 21. Dies at the 19. Scooped up there. That's Hill with a return. They stretch him out. He turns upfield. Look at this physical return as he's up across the 25 to the 27-yard line. Only a return of about 6 from where he fielded the football, but, man, was that impressive.
That was a good run. And, again, the longer this game goes, then the less they can just hand the ball to Casman Hill.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line. Opening snap from scrimmage here in the second half. Alec Jackson, the 205-pound junior quarterback, lined up with Casman Hill, 5'11", 180-pound senior, 6,800-yard career rusher in the backfield with him. 3 receivers to the near side. They'll throw out a screen right to Braden Nation, 30, 35, close to the first down, beyond the 36, near the 37-yard line. And they're going to spot it right at the first down marker, so it should be enough to move the sticks on the far side.
Ooh, just a little bit more room there, Todd, and he may have been gone down the boundary. That's a pretty good play for Chandler, first one out of the gate in the second half.
The marker had not moved. Now the linesman on the far side says finally move the sticks, so that's the reason for the delay. 10 yards exactly for Nation on the first snap from scrimmage. They'll hand it off to Hill, running right, bang, spinning across the 40. He just will not go down. Up to the 42-yard line. That's a gain of 5, and that's one of the more impressive plays that we've seen from Chandler on first down. 2 good plays offensively on first down to start the second half because primarily they were behind the markers in the first half.
The key to getting it back like Casman Hill is to have a gang tackling approach, and that's what they've done tonight. Sometimes 2 guys maybe initially that are right there aren't going to get it done, so you've got to make sure that he's not going to escape.
Mackey and Nation split wide to the near side. Single receiver is wide left. Handoff again to Hill. Hill dragging defenders with him, has a first down up to the 48-yard line, and they're finally going to blow the play dead at the 49, so a gain of 7. And Casman Hill has a spur lit under his saddle as he's running tough between the tackles.
See the difference in intensity. These are some of the best plays that Chandler's had on offense all night, strung together right here out of the locker room.
90 seconds gone here in the third quarter, 20-0. Todd Miller, Mark Rogers, Adam Dieselhorst, and Caden LaFortune with you here on Squirtle tonight from Jones. 1st and 10, Lions. They move into the teeth of the wind. Stephen Mackey motions to the far side. They hand it to Hill, and he is buried in the backfield. What a terrific defensive play by Cruz Cranford, the sophomore defensive end.
That was a big play by Cranford, and again, a high snap. I mean, it just kind of took the rhythm maybe off the play a little bit, but that was a big play by the sophomore.
Loss of 7 back to the 42-yard line, and that will slow your momentum in a hurry. So it's 2nd down and 17, 2:05 into the third quarter. Receivers to the near side, Ty Garver, who had a big catch in the first half, and Braden Nation. Those are their 2 best receiving threats. Out of the gun is Alec Jackson. He'll hand it to Hill, running straight ahead, 45, and then he runs into a couple of defenders and is finally pushed backwards. And it looked like that Nick Norris, I think that was 36, was in there on the tackle. Gain to 3, 3rd down and 13 to the 46-yard line. They need to get to the Jones 41. Defensive substitution out there. Checking in for the Longhorns is Braden Scott. Jones trying to win their 5th game in a row after an 0-3 start, a streak that began in their district opener against Star Spencer, 69-6. Nation motions to the far side. They fake the inside handoff, and now a throw down the middle of the field, and Jackson Guns it past Ty Garver, incomplete.
And it really hasn't mattered into the wind or going with the wind. That ball, the deep ball, has just been overthrown all night by Jackson.
And it hadn't even been close. I mean, you're talking 5-10 yards over the head of the receivers. And so now they'll have to punt with Braden Nation coming in 7 punts, his longest of the year, 48. His first punt tonight was right on the nose for 34, and that was his season average coming in. 8:52 to play here in the third quarter. It's 20-0. Longhorns have 8 along the line of scrimmage. They're going to try to get to the punt. They can't. And Jones' punt, or Nation's punt, wobbles to the far side. It's picked up there and returned beyond the 25-yard line up to the 27 or 28-yard line, where Jones will start with 8:43 to play here in the third period.
Well, we saw some good plays, and then you have the one loss, tackle for loss in the backfield, and kind of goes away for the momentum, goes away for Chandler.
8:43 to play. Clayton Creasy and company will have their first crack at things offensively. Line of scrimmage is at the 28-yard line. Without a doubt, Jones has had the benefit of much better field position, although it's evened out a little bit after the first couple of drives of the ball game. Clayton Creasy has, I believe, Chase Pitts in the backfield. Now they're minus a player. Creighton Jones comes rushing on for the near side. Still plenty of time to snap it. They do so with 5. There's a fumble on the exchange, and Creasy has to dive on it back at the 25-yard line for a loss of 3.
Got to give a shout-out to my man Moose, doing a little stringing for Channel 5 tonight. Photographer who lives over here in the east side of the metro area, and he's been shooting high school games for a long time. Did it when I was still working there back in the day. He's getting some of the action here tonight.
8:12 to play, third quarter. Second down and 13, Jones at the 25-yard line. The difference is the Longhorns have been able to overcome second and third down and long. Chandler has not to this point. Tight end lined up right. They'll hand it off in the backfield, and that is Pitts, and the play's going to be blown dead before they finally get him to the ground.
Maybe trying to extend the game a little bit here, but Jones really done all of their work on third and long or fourth down. 3 for 3 on fourth downs tonight. Some big plays that they've made in the game. They don't have a ton of offense, but they do have enough good plays to get to where they are now with the 20-point lead.
Jones has overcome fourth down and 10. They also overcame third down and 11 in the first half. This is third and 15 back on their 23. Creasy to throw. Here comes the pressure. He's going to run away from it. Running left, dumps it near side. Ball is caught, and that's a first down catch at the 39-yard line. If they give him forward progress, it should be at the 39. They're spotting it back closer to the 38. Braden Scott came back on the reception to help his quarterback.
That's a big-time throw. Wow. I thought he might just tuck it and run and see what he could get, but he fired it right at the marker, and there's another back-breaking play for the Chandler defense.
Tell you what, these guys, Jones's receiving core, Mark, have run some really good routes on third and fourth down and long. I mean, they know where that stick is. Braden Scott comes up with a big reception. He came in with 32 catches, over 700 yards. Handoff straight ahead on first down and not much doing. A gain of 3 out to the 41-yard line. And, boy, ball carriers on both sides just not going down easily.
If this was a fight, if we were just like kind of scoring it per each possession, I mean, I think it'd be really, really close. It'd be much closer than it is on the scoreboard. But all of the big plays have been made by Jones, and all of the mistakes seemingly have been made by Chandler tonight, save the one Jones fumble.
That's exactly right. You take off those early 2 drives, and it's a one-score game. I mean, Chandler is far from being out of this game, no more than they've been able to manage successful tonight. 2nd and 7 on the 41-yard line. One back set. They start the motion, a man to the near side. Now they'll fake the handoff. Creasy drops. He's going to throw it deep over the middle. He's looking for Braden Scott, and he's caught him in stride, and he's in for the touchdown. Braden Scott hauls in a 59-yard touchdown strike from Clayton Creasy.
What a great pass. That ball was right on the fingertips, the extension to catch the ball, and he ran right by the entire Chandler defense. It's another big play for the Longhorns.
Second touchdown toss of the night for Creasy, his 16th of the year. Braden Scott with his team-high 9th for a score, and it is 26-0 Longhorns at the midway point here in the third quarter. Joel Hernandez, who came in 20 of 24 on extra points, 2 of 3 tonight. The snap is high. Hernandez approaches and it is good. They roughed Hernandez at the end of the play, and you can see the flag coming in. A great job that time by the holder to get that high snap down and give Hernandez a chance at the extra point. Timeout, 6:11 to play, third quarter. Jones 27, Chandler nothing on the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news. The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
The High Plains Insurance.
5-play drive, the final 59 yards of it. Creasy hooks up to Braden Scott. And Mark, we have just been raving here in the booth tonight about Clayton Creasy. After the roughing the kicker penalty, they'll kick off from the 45-yard line in Chandler's into the field, and Hernandez will get the touchback. It'll be first down and 10 for the Lions. But that last throw by Clayton Creasy tells you all you need to know about him.
Yeah, that was a big-time pass. It was a great catch, too. It takes a lot of concentration to pull that in. Had to extend for it for the touchdown, and this one is getting out of hand for the Lions. I do have to give a big shout-out to my good friend Lugnut, a man of the people from Lincoln County and Chandler. His mom listening in tonight, watching us here on Squirtle. Lila Wilson. Thank you, Lila, for watching. Sorry it's not going better for your Lions tonight.
Handoff on first down to Casman Hill, and he cracks up off left guard for 2 to the 22-yard line. Well, you have everybody messaging you, including people that have moved to Jones, that you're not certain who they are. That's awesome. That is awesome.
Well, and we also had the 50-50 burger tonight, but that was like taking a tour of the sausage factory right there.
Second down and 8 at the 32-yard line. Jackson throws it out left. Ball caught by Garver outside the numbers across the 25 to the 26. So he's going to pick up 4. It's going to bring up third down and about 4.
It is getting critical here for Chandler. Game not over yet, but they need something good to happen here pretty quickly.
You know, when I saw this Jones team against Bethany in week 0, I was really impressed. And when you consider they have a new head coach, they lost a ton of key personnel from last year's season. I really thought they played well against a good Bethany team of the road, and they have really improved in 7 games. Third down and 4, motion man, inside handoff, Casman Hill, and he is not there. He will not get to the first down marker. They're spotting him right at the 29-yard line. So it's 4th and a yard. And I think at this point you really think about going for it with under 4.5 to play in the third.
Yeah, they're going to need to I think they're definitely going to have to go for it. I will say this, Dave Martin, and Kevin Witt's been on the staff here at Jones for a long time, but Dave, just a heck of a coach. He's got the ties to Joey McGuire, and, of course, he's from Jones, spent some time at Cedar Hill, that great program in the state of Texas. They have really set this program up for success.
Jackson is going to keep it on a quarterback read, and he has the first down across the 30 to the 31-yard line. So they took no chances. I would have given it to Hill, but they took no chances on the handoff, and therefore it was an easy first down run.
Kind of popped out of there. Hominy in our other game of the week up 21-14 on Tonkawa. Thought that one would be a good game.
4:15 and counting to play, third quarter. Thought this might be a little tighter than it's been. 27-0 Jones. 2 receivers to the near side. Single receiver left. That's Nation starts the motion. Fake the handoff to Hill under pressure. Jackson, and they get the pressure home. And he is brought down behind the line of scrimmage at the 27-yard line. And that's what Jones has been able to do tonight. Once Chandler gets a little bit of momentum going, it's 3 steps forward and 1 big one back.
Yeah, you're right. They've had a lot of negative plays.
Loss of 4 to the 28 with 3.5 minutes to play in the third. Brings up second down and 14. Those are the plays that the Lions have yet to overcome. Hill in the backfield. Jackson is going to keep it. Jackson will not get to the 31-yard line as he is rolled down, a gain of just 2, and it's third down and long again for the Lions.
There was some discussion about where Jones was ranked, and sometimes in the rankings, if you don't win any of your non-district games, it doesn't matter who the opponents were. It's just not really considered by people that would do some of the rankings. But I think this Jones team would be moving up in Class 2A from what they've done here tonight.
Not a lot of 4 and 3 teams are ranked, but when you look at their total body of work, I think they're certainly a top 10 team. 3rd down and 12 at the 30-yard line. Under 3 minutes to play in the third. Jackson drops all the way back to the 20. Feels the pressure, rolling right, throws on the run, near side, and a good catch by Stephon Mackey. And he hauls it in and then goes out of bounds at the 45-yard line. They needed a dozen. They got 15.
Well, that was a heck of a catch and a really even better throw just to get that out there on the money for the first down.
Jackson coming off his worst start as a Chandler Lion. Quarterback rated of 41.
Earned this one to get in the end zone, but that was a nice run.
48 yards, and Hill is back on track. His longest run is 82 this season. That puts him over 6,900 career rushing yards. Out of the gun, it's Alec Jackson. That was Hill. And Hill gets 2 to the 5-yard line. It's 2nd down and goal to go. Lions trying to get on the snide. Get off the snide, should I say. The fewest points they have scored was 6 last week against Crossings Christian. Under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. It's 27-0 for the time being. Jackson, Hill in the backfield. Chaden Sullivan to snap it. Motion man right to left. And it's a quarterback keeper as Jackson leaps over a couple of defenders and gets 2 to the 3-yard line, so it's 3rd down and goal to go. And this is without a doubt 4 down territory.
I think they made a mistake. I think that ball should have gone to 7. Quarterback kept it and ran right into the heart of the defense. Like we mentioned, this Jones, they're not going to give up after that long run. So it's the Lions going to have to earn it to get in the end zone here.
Casman Hill has played in 6 of the 7 games. He missed the near upset of Poto back in week number 3. Pistol formation from the 3. This time it is Hill, and this time Hill is in for the touchdown. Went behind the left guard, Easton Manning, and Chandler is on the board with a 3-yard rushing touchdown from Casman Hill. That is his 14th rushing touchdown of the year.
It's an impressive total, I believe. What is that, career 67 or 68?
69.
69 for Casman Hill. It's a heck of a career.
Landon Miller, who is 12 of 12 at extra points, is on for the point after try. This would pull Chandler to within 20, make it a 3-score game. All this at the south end, into the wind, high snap, ball down, kick in the air, and the extra point is good. So the freshman converts. 68 seconds to play third quarter. It's 27-7 Jones on the Squirtle game of the week.
Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific announcements. And it gives you the opportunity to sell sponsorships on your station.
Landon Miller will sky kick this one. A short kick to the far side, hits at the 39, takes a bounce, is picked up by Jones, and then he dropped it out of bounds. And fortunately, that sideline was there because the Lions had the football corralled if it's not out of bounds. Instead, Longhorns get a break. They'll start at the 45.
That had more twists than like a crazy movie. I mean, for a second there, I thought it was going to be Chandler ball, and then the next second I thought it was going to be a touchdown for Jones. And then the ball ends up going out of bounds. But it's pretty good field position for the Longhorns.
1st and 10, Jones at the 45-yard line. 65 seconds to play here in the third quarter. That was by far and away the most productive drive of the night for Chandler. 11 plays, 80 yards. They overcame 3rd and 12 at the 30 and even went for it on 4th and 1 at their own 29-yard line before Hill rushes in for his 14th touchdown. Single setback. They keep it on the ground. They hand it straight ahead. Not much doing. Couple of yards. Now he breaks out. Down the sideline he goes. He may go. 20, 15 to the 10 to the 5. Touchdown. Are you kidding me? He was stacked up and somehow he squirted out, ran right, and goes in for the touchdown.
Let's see here what we got. The officials are going to talk this over, and the Chandler people not happy. I think they wanted that play to be blown dead. Instead, that the play was allowed to go on. That was a heck of a run. I mean, that's some serious jets to get outside and then outrun the entire defense, but I think it's coming back.
Yep, it is. The Whitecap already directing traffic backwards, and that will take off a remarkable touchdown run by Chase Pitts. So a moment ago, the east side of the stadium was unhappy. Now they're happy, and the west side, who was in jubilation now, is upset with the officials.
I'm not going to race Chase Pitts in the parking lot tonight. I know that. He showed some extreme speed.
Line of scrimmage will be back at the 45-yard line with 53 seconds to play here in the third quarter. And now Kevin Witt has come out of the field here on the near side, is visiting with a Whitecap.
May have been an inadvertent whistle.
That's what I think it was. And now our referee will go over and say something to Jack Gray, who's in his 5th season. Jack, 33-20. 1st and 10 again to the 45-yard line, so it's as if that play never happened. And they'll hand it again to Pitts, running left. Pitts cuts right inside Lion territory and down to the 48-yard line.
In my illustrious career officiating games in church leagues and various places like that, one time I saw a guy rise up and throw a shot into the stands, and it excited me so much I blew the whistle. There was clearly no foul, but that was unfortunate for that player.
Connor Clark and not Pitts was on that carry. He gained 7, and that will just about wrap it up here with the third quarter. Longhorns will have to snap it one more time. But out of the gun is Creasy. It's a low snap. Now he'll throw. Stands tall. Look at the time he has. Throws left. Ball caught. First down and more. 35 to the 30, and they finally get him out of bounds. That's Braden Scott. And that will not be the final play of the third quarter. Out of bounds. And there's an ineligible player now back downfield, so that's going to negate that play. Usually that's the case, Mark, when a quarterback has that long, the lineman unable to hold.
This will cost Jones some yards, but this is just kind of right there in their wheelhouse where they've been all night, is converting on these plays when they've gotten behind the chains.
Line of scrimmage goes back to the 47-yard line. So it turns out to be a loss, and it's going to bring up 2nd down and 7. Creasy to throw. Throws out right. Ball caught. Turns upfield. Breaks a tackle and can't get free of the defender after initial contact at the 48. And that brings to an end of the third quarter. 27-7 our score. 12 minutes to go in this 2A District 2 showdown between Jones and Chandler on the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Scott Streller and team have been proudly serving the Edmond community for over 30 years. At the Streller Agency, we take pride in offering premier service and the highest quality insurance available. Auto, home, life, and more. Our award-winning team has over 150 years combined experience to offer, and we're always working hard to make sure you never have to worry and always have peace of mind. So call or visit StrellerAgency.com today for your custom quote.
It's time to stop worrying about what's for dinner. Whether you're planning an event or just need meals at your doorstep, let Devlin prepare and deliver fresh food wherever and whenever you need it. Choose from our variety of fresh catering and prepped meals and enjoy the delicious, nutritious food you deserve. Do what you do best while Devlin takes care of the rest. Visit devilinllc.com to see what we can do for you.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
The thing with car buying nowadays.
Here we go. 3rd down and 6 at the 49-yard line. Creasy turns and he will hand it off. And that is a first down carry on the first play from scrimmage here in the 4th quarter. And that was Chase Pitts. Boy, he hits the hole quick.
And I don't know if the Lions are losing a little bit of their steam, but, man, their defensive line has played hard all night, and they've played really good. But that was perhaps maybe the most well-blocked run that we've seen tonight from Jones.
That Chandler defensive front, they run a 3-4. They've been able to get home to the quarterback a lot this year. 15 sacks through 7 games. That's not been the case here tonight against Clayton Creasy. Half a minute into the 4th quarter, 27-7 our score here in Jones. It's first down and 10 to the 42. Handoff again to Pitts. He jump cuts in the backfield and then is swallowed under. And he's going to lose 1.5 yards to the 43. So it's 2nd down and 11. At this juncture, all you want is that clock to continue to wind.
Now, Pitts has got a lot of stuff on him for a running back, right? I mean, he got 2 gloves, and it looks like some tape and a couple other things. It's all the way up to the elbow. But it seems a little bit strange to see a running back that has that much stuff on the mitts, which are very important.
2nd down and 11 of the 43-yard line. They have a lot more equipment than we did back in the 80s, don't they?
Oh, yeah, no question. And a lot better uniforms, right? I mean,
well, there's not a doubt. 2nd and 11 of the 43. Back to throw Creasy. He's going to throw down the middle of the field for Scott again. It's underthrown and it's incomplete, but the defensive back did not turn around, and they're going to get him for pass interference.
Yeah, that ball, I think, got the wind got the better of that. I mean, it was a well-thrown pass, but just kind of died at the last minute. But I think that they're going to pick up some yardage on that. Adam is curious about the Maroons' score. Said Chisholm is out there, may have enough to put that one out of reach right now. 7-0 in the 3rd quarter.
Is that still just 7-0?
Yes.
Wow.
I think the basketball uniforms that we had were worn by my dad in Blackwell. Not much, just some maroon shorts and maybe just a number.
Yeah, back in those days, though, Mark, you used things for 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
The Booster Club didn't buy you uniforms in the middle of the year. I would agree those were probably quite old.
Now, our Booster Club did take good care of us.
Did.
So we every once in a while we
as
get to
good
go
as,
to
as good as anybody got taken care of back then.
We'd go to an all-you-could-eat buffet, which is something that I've never seen before growing up until I was probably 14.
First down and 10 at the 28. Handoff to Pitts again up the middle. Tiptoes his way for 3 to the 25-yard line.
Now, Adam and I did talk about this last week. We wanted to hear some stories about the road trips that the baseball team took in Blackwell and why there are some hotels now that you still cannot stay in.
This is a family show, isn't it? I can tell you some stories, but I don't know that they're worth sharing with our audience right now.
Our audience would love to hear those stories.
I'm sure they would. And I had nothing to do with it. I was just an innocent bystander on the bus watching it all go by. 2nd and 7 on the 25-yard line. There was a window broken out in the hotel at one point, yes. 2nd and 7 on the 25-yard line. And they'll keep it on the ground again. As this is Connor Clark, makes a little cut and is down to the 22-yard line. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and short. We weren't heathens back then. We had personalities. Isn't that what it was called?
I'm not sure. I think that's true.
We were not bad people. A little bit of roughhousing in a hotel. I don't know if it was a state tournament or the Harrah tournament or something, and somebody got tossed through the window. And we were out the next day. 3rd down and 4 at the 22-yard line. And they'll hand it off, and that is Pitts again as he struggles to the 21-yard line. 3rd down and 3, or 4th down and 3.
That is amazing. I need the audio of that. Yep, someone got tossed out a window.
I
Third
did.
4.
I did.
That was in Hera, by the way.
I think it was Hera, yeah. I don't think it was the state tournament trip.
Not very far from here tonight. You will not be staying there.
4th down and 3. Yeah, I tried to get a hotel there a couple of years ago, and they wouldn't take me. They remembered me. I said I didn't have anything to do with it. I was just a bystander watching WWE on the mattress in the room. 4th down and 3 at the 21. 8:28 to play. They'll go for it. They hand it off to Pitts behind left guard, and it's close. He's to the 18, and they finally, as they blow the play dead, get him pushed back all the way to the 22.
They're saying move the sticks.
Well, that was a tough run by Jones.
I mean, if you're going to take a team out of town of high schoolers and you don't expect there to be some championship wrestling going on in the room, then that's just poor planning.
Poor planning. 1st and 10 to the 18-yard line, and the stuff that went onto the bus was not real pretty either.
The head coach of the Maroons,
Larry McVeigh.
At the time, Larry McVeigh, I believe you can see him in a commercial for either Newcastle or Riverwind. Has gone on to be a great
hand
actor.
off right and into the end zone. Connor Clark for the touchdown. And it's 34-7. Are you serious? He's in a commercial?
Yes. Yeah. Connor Clark got a big run there. He finally got into the end zone after having the last one blown dead early, but that was a nice run.
And that was the nail in the coffin, I think.
Come on, Todd. You could have gone with the pile driver there.
That's true. Low snap, ball down, kick in the air. Hernandez is good. 7:47 to play. It's 34-7. Jones back after these messages on Squirtle.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options, lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
With over 24 flavors of iced tea, HTO is your new destination for the best premium water and iced tea in all of Oklahoma. Offering around 500 drink combinations and half-price tea during happy hour, this is your ultimate tea playground. With a location open in Ardmore and numerous
Hernandez will kick it off, 34-7. It's a line drive kick, and it's going to be fielded at the 26-yard line. On the return is Stephon Mackey, sweeping the right side. He's across the 35 and will be stopped there with 7:39 to play. And now I think this means you're going to see a lot of the arm of Alec Jackson.
And as well as he throws the ball, Todd, you mentioned the last couple of weeks that just the effectiveness hasn't been there in this passing attack for Chandler, and the deep ball they have not been able to hook up on. So, tonight's performance is not what they expected, and I think certainly not what they wanted, but they're not too far away, I think, from making things right. So Chandler's got a chance to get this ship going in the right direction and make an impression to the playoffs.
Motion man, Cruz Jackson from the right to left of the formation. He's one of trips to the near side with Casman Hill in the backfield. High snap again. Jackson having to roll. He's going to run 40 or to the 38, and he's tackled from behind. I'll tell you, Jones has got some good team speed on defense. That run looked like it was going to go for a lot more.
Yeah, he did a good job of shortening the angle there to get to the quarterback.
2-yard gain to the 38. That takes us under 7 minutes to play here in the ball game. Chandler looks like they're going to lose back-to-back games for the first time, and they will fall 2 games behind Jones in 2A District 2 as the Longhorns look like they've got a stranglehold of the top spot. 2nd down and 8. Jackson to throw. All the way back to the 23. Flips it out right, and the ball is incomplete. Mackey was the intended target, and boy, I'll tell you, a good defensive play turned in that time by Jones.
And those initial man-to-man coverages and those deep balls where the Chandler receivers had a little bit of a step on the Jones defensive back. Since then, man, it seems like there's about 13, 14 guys out there in black jerseys on the defense. They play
Obviously,
great.
it's 4-down territory. They need to get to their own 46-yard line. The wind is to their back. 3rd down and 8 for Chandler. They empty the backfield. Back to throw is Jackson. He throws it high, and the ball is incomplete off of the fingertips of Garner. And Jackson just has not been able to get the touch tonight.
Really, there's no choice here but to try to go for it.
34-7, under 7 minutes to play in the ball game. Both of these two teams have 2 games remaining. For Chandler, they're at Star Spencer and at Luther. Jones goes to Kellyville next week and plays Bethel here in the Week 10 finale. 4th down and 8. Need to get to the 46. Back to throw again is Jackson. He's under pressure. Avoids the sack. Pulls up. Dumps it over the middle of the field. Incomplete.
I don't know how he got out of that mess, but he did somehow get out of it to try to fight, throw an incompletion. And I think this is about all she wrote for the Lions tonight, just not their evening.
It was a body slam going through the window at the hotel is what that was.
It was a knockout blow. What was your favorite finishing move, Todd, back in the day in the pro wrestling?
It's been long enough. I can't remember. Give me some.
Well, you had the Final Four. You get the pile driver.
I think the pile driver was it.
Right.
That was tough on the old neck.
Sleeper hold, one of the top ones.
Did you ever go to that championship wrestling when they had it at the middle school? It was the most frustrating, heartbreaking thing I've ever seen.
If I did, I don't
know.
There was no contact with my parents. If I didn't go, I don't know why I wouldn't have.
First down at 10 to the 38-yard line, a quarterback draw for Clinton Creasy, and he's dragged down to the 34. I sat ringside, and I touched the ring. It was soft as a bed, and the sleeper was not a sleeper. I mean, there was no contact with the arms and the head.
You got too close. Yeah.
I did get too close, but I didn't know the difference.
I went to an extravaganza. Ruth Sherman took us to go see the at State Fair of Tulsa. Some championship wrestling. They had all the big boys there. I think it was Harley Race and Wildfire Tommy Rich. It could have been Hacksaw Jim Duggan there. Maybe Ted DiBiase. All the greats.
Von Erichs?
I don't think they were wrestling in the circuit at that time.
Second down at 6 at the 34. And they'll hand it off. Braden Scott. Or correction, that's Chase Pitts, and he's not getting it away as he's dropped back at the 42-yard line. A loss of 8. Ruth took you to the State Fair to watch championship wrestling.
The best wrestling story that I've heard comes from Brad Copeland, my partner in the morning show, Rick and Brad and the Cat. When he was announcing wrestling, he's kind of a voice and a radio prodigy like yourself at a young age, Todd. And he said that Kamala, the Ugandan warrior, was out of costume eating Kentucky Fried Chicken before the match in the dressing room at Broken Bow.
Oh, golly. That's an image I could have done without ever seeing.
Had some KFC.
Third down and 14. And the keep it on the ground, gain down to the 39.
And I think that was his same moment that you had, too, when you were too close to see that the sleeper actually wasn't putting anybody to sleep. And it was that Kamala did speak English and was well aware of the ways of the United States.
Kamala, the Ugandan warrior. Time out of the field, 4:54 to play. We'll try to get this thing back under control when we return. 34-7 our score on Squirtle.
Back to school. Now your worries about the kids going over on their data plans are back. Mom and Dad, this is for you. Right now, make the switch to Pioneer's unlimited data plans. Don't let data overages and high cell phone bills be something you stress about this school year. We have a plan for everyone. Let Pioneer handle your worries by stopping at a local office today to learn how you can save. Visit gopioneer.com for details. Some restrictions may apply.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractic choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashin, Guthrie, Luther, and all the Oklahoma City surrounding areas. As a former college athlete, Dr. Nightingale understands the importance of a fully functioning body to gain that competitive edge. Also certified in prenatal and pediatric treatments, Dr. Nightingale sees all types of patients, ranging from 2 weeks old to 97 years old. We offer conservative treatments to get you back in the game, whether you're a weekend warrior or a professional athlete. So give us a call at 405-471-5565 for a free consultation today.
At Maples Nixon Diesel.
Third down and 11. Clayton Creasy will empty the backfield, and now he'll quick kick it down the middle of the field. Not a bad punt at all, as it's going to hit inside the 20 and going to be down near the 16 or 17-yard line. So he did his job. Chandler will have a long field and 4:44 to play, down 34-7. I think it's fair to say, though, there's not 27 points difference between these two teams normally.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, the big plays early in the game really kind of set the tone. And, Chandler got it back to where they were kind of holding steady in there. But you got to give credit to Jones for making some big plays tonight. That Creasy touchdown pass was really spectacular. And this is a good football team.
Real good football team. Back to throw is Alec Jackson. He's under pressure, and they're going to sack him. They'll get him to the 13-yard line, so he loses 4. And now this is when things become very treacherous for a quarterback, when that defensive front can just pin their ears back. 4:10 to play in the ball game. 34-7 our score. Alec Jackson, a tough night. And it's getting tougher with that defense pinning its ears back. Out of the gun. He drops to the 5, throws out right. Ball on target, 25, close to a first down. As he dives near the 28-yard line, if he's there, that would be enough for a first down. And it will be a gain of 15.
Big step tonight in Class 6A for Norman North. They're ranked number 3 in the Squirtle rankings. And, looks like they might have a bye in Class 6A Division 1 after a big win over Moore tonight.
They're actually saying it's a half-yard short, so it's 3rd down and 1 of the 28-yard line. They hand it off to Hill, and he's not short as he spun around, crossing the 30 to the 32-yard line. So 1st down and 10 for Chandler. Are some of the western side schools, Mark, maybe making a little bit of headway, inroads? I mean, they've been a lot more competitive, and we've seen some of the big boys lose when they've come west of I-35.
It's a really interesting question, and I'll have a better answer for you after the play here.
Jackson throws it out right. Ball is caught 25 or 35 and out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, I think Norman North, Mustang, and teams like that have really done well to compete against schools like Broken Arrow and Owasso. And even last year, Mustang pushes Jinx in the state semifinals. But really the truth of the matter is that Bixby's extended on everybody. And this is a team right now that has no end in sight to the winning streak that they're on, 57 in a row after last night. And Lauren Montgomery's team is lapping everybody right now.
2nd down and 4 at the 38-yard line. Jackson to throw for the 30. Under duress again. He wants to run, and they've got him again behind the line of the 35. So he loses 3. It's 3rd down and 7. Is this Bixby team the best team you've seen?
It would be hard to beat the Jinx 1997 team. I remember standing on the sidelines watching Matt Holliday and Stillwater go there, and it was 63-7 in that game. And of course, Stillwater had some good players on that team. The Jinx won the championship game 58-6, 56-8, I think. I don't know. They're up there. They're up there.
3rd down and 7 at the 35-yard line. They're going to throw it deep left, and it's into double coverage and incomplete. Looking for Stephon Mackey. And that's going to bring up 4th down and 7 at the 35.
Well, and I'll tell you this. To say that the Bixby team this year is better than the Bixby team last year that had Braylon Presley on it, it looks that way to me. I think that's probably correct.
Well, they're playing a higher level of competition.
They're playing a higher level of competition, but they have been beating teams in 6A Division I. They've been routinely beating Jinx the last few years who have been winning state championships. It's just impressive.
4th down and 7 at the 35-yard line. Do or die time for Jackson. Running out of time. Now moves to his right. He's under duress, and he's going to just go out of bounds. And before he does, he throws it away. And that will turn it over on downs. Lauren Montgomery, to me, has done as good a coaching job as anybody in the state of Oklahoma. Bixby forever has not been a power. Do you agree?
Yeah, not until he got there.
That's right.
Right. And, we talked a little bit about this today on the show, is that the 225 club that they have, which really kind of emphasizes core strength and the power clean that they got there. He really put an emphasis on kids joining that 225 club. If you're able to power clean that, then you become a part of the 225 club. They had 8 when he got there his first year. They now have 100. And so it just shows, and that's why I think you see these big scores, is the depth in that program, next man up. Guys come in and play and get some playing time when the starters go out, and they're on their way to being the stars of the future.
How concerned are you about the gap even growing more from the best teams in the state to everybody else with NIL?
None.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, I think that we've had, as the victory formation there for Jones, we've had a lot of maneuverings going on and through passing leagues and summer teams and things like that. People kind of align themselves to know where to go to play when they want to play with the better kids. But I don't see there being a whole lot of money being paid to high school athletes. And I really, to be honest with you, Todd, I don't see a whole lot of money being paid right now to collegiate athletes. I think there's a lot more smoke out there than there is fire when it comes to the NIL.
Victory formation, second down and 12 at the 30-yard line. They will wind the clock down. Next snap will come with just over a minute to play. Chandler has 3 timeouts, but will not use them. Jones has 2. They will not use them. And they will take it again with a minute to play. Jones is going to go to 5-3. They will be an unblemished 5-0 in 2A District 2 play. And Chandler has hit a little bit of an air pocket against 2 of the best teams in the district. Crossings last week and Chandler here today. They've scored just a touchdown in each of those 2 games.
Yeah, that's strange. Like I said, I would tell you that they had much better performances early in the year in the non-district games. So Jack Gray just needs to get his guys together and, say, look, we've got a chance to get right here in the next couple of weeks. They've got a game against Luther that will be a big one that they'll need to win if they don't want to spend a lot of time on the road or end up perhaps playing, say, at Millwood or OCS in the first round of the playoffs.
Final snap, and the ball game is in the books. 34-7 is our score. Mark and I will be back to Jones to wrap it up in a moment on Squirtle.
Of course, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples, Nix, and Dieselhorst, and we are here to help.
Few things bring communities together like high school
sports.
sports.
Friday night from Jones, and it was all Longhorns. We told you 34-7. The early field position, the early points, just too much for Chandler to overcome. This is still, as we alluded to the broadcast, a very good Lions team, one that beat Bristow in overtime and nearly beat Poto, a team that I thought really could win Class 4A. Took them to the brink, 30-21. In fact, their non-district portion of the schedule, combined teams, Stroud, Bristow, and Poto, 15-7. So 2 big games left for the Lions. Still a lot to play for. For Jones, it looks like they've got a stranglehold on winning the 2A District 2 title, and with that, possibly 2 home games here at this beautiful, beautiful new facility. Mark, your final thoughts.
I want to thank the people of Jones. They provided us some great hospitality tonight, and you're right. This press box and the facilities here are top-notch. Halftime show. As fun of a moment as I've had watching games all year, see the kids all dressed up in the costumes, having a great time out there. I think there's better days ahead for this Chandler team. They just have to regroup a little bit, and Jones certainly is going in the right direction, and it looks like they will be taking home the district championship.
You may have missed the best show of the evening, though, and that was when we got here. There were 2 Yellow Jacket nests resting right above where your head is right now. And the maintenance guy came in here. Ashley came in here and got some spray. And, I mean, it was like a serial killer with spray on Yellow Jackets. Those things had no chance at all. Everything was clean with wasp spray.
Now
that was a good show.
I heard.
Did you not see the dead bodies?
I did not. Now, there was a great story that was told earlier, and this was coming from the Cashin contingent earlier this summer at the Squirtle Golf Tournament about how upon playing a game when they were an 8-man at Haleyville, maybe it was an 11-man game, that they were told the students could not stand on a certain part of the sidelines because there was a copperhead infestation on the field. So I'll tell you what, while Yellow Jackets are menacing, they do not stand a chance in the Thunderdome against the Copperhead. So thank goodness there were none of those tonight. But I did notice down there where we were picking up the 50-50 burger tonight that it looked like there was a large wasp coming at me, and I was a little concerned. And you don't want to start flailing your arms as as a man. You got to act like it's not that big a threat. But anyway, so now to see that these dead yellow jackets are here, I got to know what is going on in Jones where they have all of these wasps.
I think they've got a farm. A yellow jacket farm. I think they grow them here.
They're going to pull the plug on us because I'm sure they don't want us talking about this on the broadcast because nobody will move.
No,
here.
they saved us. I mean, it actually was incredibly professional killing those wasps or those yellow jackets.
Well, when I come to a high school football game, I don't expect to be stung by wasps or bitten by
copperheads. They were moving
copperheads.
slow enough though because it's fall. I think you could have gotten out of the way.
Yeah, it's way out. It's out of their normal time, but. I'll tell you what, if you're an exterminator out there and you're looking for a gig, you might just give them a call. Tell them Todd Marks sent you on Monday. You're saying that Ashley is good enough.
No, he was good, man.
Ashley's got it handled.
He took that job very, very serious. He was a serial killer on Yellow Jackets.
Thank you, Ashley.
Good job, Mark.
Thanks, Todd. It was fun. I can't believe we're getting paid for this. I had a good time tonight, but we'll do it again somewhere down the road.
34-7, Jones beats Chandler. For Mark Rogers, Adam Dieselhorst, and Caden LaFortune, I'm Todd Miller from Jones. Good night, everybody.